forget to tell them where they can buy them.
There we go. Admit. Good morning. Hey, everybody.
Good morning.
How are you?
So good to see you guys.
Morning.
Where am I? I'm right here. Oh, where am I? Oh, yes, I'm here in the cold weather. This morning, my class and I were talking about all the different ways to make sure
you have if you're out there.
Make sure it snows this year. So we were talking about all the superstitions we know that will make it snow.
Make it snow.
And then we were talking about writing letters to our principal so that if it snows, we can have a snow day. So if you guys think that's a good idea, write a letter to Principal Oda and tell him you want a snow day if it snows.
Wait a minute. That sounds like so much fun.
Ah, who said that? You're my kind of kid with corny puns.
Who said that?
Can I say some
So
of my
funny.
superstitions?
Yeah, Caitlin, what is one of yours?
So my school used to say, sleep with your pajamas inside out, and then stick a spoon in the fridge and flush an ice cube down the toilet.
Then you have to take the frozen spoon and sleep on that. You have to sleep with your pajamas inside out and backwards. You have to sleep backwards in your bed with plastic things over your feet and mismatched socks and a frozen spoon under your pillow, and put white crayons in every window. And before you go to bed, run around the house 12 times and scream into the freezer, snow day, snow day, snow day. Okay, got that?
I don't think I'm going to remember all of that.
And I'm pretty sure we're being all boring and sciencey and saying that wasn't going to change the weather, but I'm telling you, it's going to work.
I already forgot most of that.
Tyler, go ahead.
Me too.
All right, ready, Wes? To be honest, I have the frost theory.
Tyler, go ahead, honey.
For some reason, I tried both ways. This way to connect to my Microbit and the way to connect to my Chromebook. And for some reason, it's supposed to show a heart beating. You tilt the Microbit left and then the heart beats. But for some reason, it's not showing that. And it's
So Tyler, honey, we're going to help you with that. But here's the thing. If you guys are having problems with your Microbits, what I've been doing with my class, and I think Ms. Nordstrom also asked you to do that, is to come to the office hours, and then she can have you share your screen and she can help you with that. Now, I will tell you this, probably if you're playing with your Microbits a whole lot, which I hope you are, it could be that your batteries die. And if your batteries die, I'm sorry, but you just have to go buy new batteries. But if you're having problems, we can't do everyone's individual problems with the whole group. So don't freak out because we're going to help you, but you're going to have to come to office hours. Okay?
Am I frozen or is everyone else frozen?
You're frozen.
You're not frozen to me.
Harvey,
Nobody's
go
frozen.
ahead.
Gotta get to your slideshow and everything, right?
I got my story ready. Is it okay if I share it now?
Oh, yeah. Did we forget to have you share last time? Go ahead. Share right
I just didn't have it yet. So
now. Okay. Go ahead and share.
So it's Smiley, and there's a ghost. And he's surprised because he saw a ghost.
Excellent. We forgot to have somebody else share. I think, was it Caitlin that we didn't let share last time? Caitlin, are you also ready?
And Jasper, I don't think got to share. He left early.
Okay. Do you want to share, Caitlin or Jasper? I don't hear anything.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Is that okay? Go ahead.
That's me, Jasper.
Okay. Go
Just
ahead.
gotta open it because I made a new program because I couldn't find the old one that had it on.
Okay.
I have a story, but I made a new one.
Hey, you guys, since we're recording this for kids to watch later, let's go ahead and do the lesson. And then at the end today, don't let us forget to let you share, or we'll put you in breakout rooms to share, one of the two, okay? So let's get started with today. Hands down, and then you can ask questions at the end if you still have questions.
And Miss Law, can you make sure everybody's muted?
I just did mute a bunch of people, but
Okay.
you should be able to too. When you go to the participants, you should be able to mute people.
Yeah, I'm just watching it.
Okay.
Want to make sure.
Hey friends, so today we're going to add a new variable into our microbits. I hope you've been having success. If you haven't, please come to our office hours and we'll help you. I know you've been doing a lot of cool creative things. Today, our new variable is called sound. So before we get started with that, I'd like you to just think to yourself some silent think time. What is sound? If you had to describe it to somebody, what would you say sound is? And I'm going to put you into a breakout room and have you describe to the other people in your breakout room what sound is. So in a minute, you're going into the breakout room. What is sound? How is it created? How does it move? How does it work in a microbit? And how are we going to deal with sound today? Here we go. I'm assigning you automatically to breakout rooms to have 2 minutes to listen to your partner and discuss sound. I'd like everyone's screens on, everyone's unmuted, and everyone's sitting up and listening to their partners politely. Let's go.
All right. Number 4. Who joined number?
Bruno ended up, oh no, there he's got a partner. Room 1 has 3, 2 has 3, 3 has 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Hey, Anne, are you still here? Oh, Anne went. Hi, Angela, how are you? Hi, Orly, sweetie, did you get invited to a breakout room?
I was the only one there.
You were, you didn't stay long enough because they've all got somebody in them now, but let me move you. I will put you in room 6. There you go. Did you get an invitation? All right. Room 5. Andrew wants a partner. I'm not going to go. Okay, so we've just been in breakout rooms. We were thinking about what is sound? What do we have that we can share that we could say about sound? And you can share either what you thought about sound or what your partner thought, but please raise your hand, your physical hand, and I'll just call on a few people to share what is sound? What is sound? Raina, go ahead, honey, nice and loud.
Sound is a sound wave, and if the tops of the sound waves are farther apart, I think they make a lower pitch.
Interesting. Okay. Somebody else have anything they'd like to add to that? I see only one hand raised. Em, go ahead.
Sound is created by vibrations. The stronger the vibration, the louder the sound is going to be.
Great. Can anybody add anything about how we're going to use sound with the microbit? Elliot.
Like maybe we can make them talk?
Elliot, go ahead. Thanks for raising your hand.
We're gonna use this little speaker thing.
We might use the speaker, or I actually have another option, but we're going to need something, aren't we, Elliot? We're going to need something. And what will that device be doing when we think about that energy module that we did?
I lost that.
Sound is a form of energy, but where's the origination of our energy coming from? Because this little thing that can't do any sound all on its own, can it? Alex, go ahead.
Well, in general, sound is just a vibration that we pick up, and we have like little sort of sensors, I guess, that like hear it. So I guess in this case, it's creating those vibrations, and the speaker is transmitting them out.
Okay. So what is the energy starting as though? Where is the energy coming from? It's not coming from the speaker. There's no energy in the speaker. Alex, you're about to explode. Go for it.
Vibration. Sounds made by vibrations.
It is, but where's the energy coming from in this case?
The computer and the microbit.
The computer is one source of energy, which we plug in, and what kind of energy do we get into the computer?
Like technology energy.
Electric, right? We start with electricity, it goes into the computer, and then we either use the computer or our battery, which actually a battery is a different form of energy. Does anybody know what kind of energy is in a battery?
Like the energy that like it gives away, like
It's kind of a tricky one. You didn't really study it. Elliot, go ahead if you know. Go ahead.
Magnetic energy.
It can be magnetic energy or chemical energy. There's different kinds of batteries, right?
I actually did a science experiment where we studied the plus and minus sides of a battery.
Amazing.
How they got attracted to a magnet.
That's awesome. So we have magnetic batteries, we have chemical batteries, and then the battery or the electrical energy sends pulses through our wires, which are either, are wires conductors or are they insulators? You guys did a lesson on this. Who remembers?
Jasper?
They are conductors.
Yes, it conducts the energy through the wires and into our device, which then you're exactly right. You guys are so smart. The speaker is the part where it takes the electrical pulses, turns them into sound vibrations, a different form of energy. So you guys are amazing. You're alchemists. You're going to be dealing with all sorts of ways to convert and transfer energy today. So that being said, we're going to need a few things for today's lesson. We need our microbit. Now we have software we're going to do on the computer, but then we also have the hardware. So right now I'm talking about the hardware. You're going to need your microbit. You're going to need the piece to connect it to the computer. You're going to need your alligator clips. So that's these guys. And there's two kinds of alligator clips. One kind has got, it's in a little bag and it's got little pointy ends. There are sharp little ends on there. You don't want those today. Today, you're going to want your alligator clips that have got a clip on each end. And I'm going to show you about those in a minute. So there's a red one and a black one. And you're going to need your battery pack. You're going to need
But I have
tiny,
a white one and a black one.
Look in your bag, sweetie. You should have more. You're
No,
going to need either this little tiny speaker, or if you don't have a little tiny speaker, any set of headsets that has a nice plug like this is going to work for you. I'm going to go ahead and spotlight my video so everybody can see.
I only have a white
And
one.
today during our coding, here's the deal. While I'm teaching you the coding, we're not going to take questions. I know that's hard, you guys, but you're going to have a recording of this and you'll be able to go back and watch it again later. And I know you're geniuses and you'll pick it all up. So again, the devices you're going to need your microbit, that's number one. Your little USB cable to connect it to the computer, that's number two. Your battery pack, which you're an expert at, that's number three. Your alligator clips, that's number 4 and 5. And one form of the speaker, or you can try both. Any headset, the ones that are over your ears, if they have this or this, you just need something that has a speaker in it. And our headsets actually have little speakers in them. So whatever form of speaker you want to try will work as long as we can clip to it. No questions right now. So here we go. And if you don't have all the parts right now, you can watch this later. So of course we're going to start, and I'm going to share my screen with you. So here we go. Just desktop share. And we are going to start by going to our favorite website, which is makecode.microbit.org. And we're going to wait patiently while it opens up, hopefully. Can I have all hands down for now? I know you have questions, but we're not going to answer any till the end. So hold on to your questions, lower your hands, and we'll try to get to those at the end. Okay, you can see on my page that I already have some things called Hack Headphones, Sound of Light. I'm actually going to go to my Hack Headphones program. You will be starting new project. So everybody click on new project. I'm going to go to Hack Headphones because I want to make sure that I remember how I did it. Okay. So yours will open up and it will just have the on, start, and forever. And we're not going to use either one of those this time. So you can just move them to the side, get rid of them, whatever you want to do. Once you open up your microbit page and you're on your coding page, you're going to start by looking for this color of purple, which means input. And we're going to play around with a little different input today. Instead of just using on, start, or shake, or forever, we're gonna do when button A is pressed. So if you look really closely at your Microbit, it's got a little tiny, and my eyes are terrible, it's got a little tiny A and a little tiny B on it. And so this is when I press button A, it's gonna do this. That's what I'm telling it. I'm gonna go into input, and I'm going to get on button A out and put it here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and make a second code right now. I'm gonna move mine down. So you can see the finished code down there, but we're making a new one. Can you see how this one's now highlighted and this one's not? That means that I've got my code up here. All right, now we've told it that when we push button A, we want it to do something. We went into input, we got on button A, and we dragged it out. Our second thing we're gonna do today, if you look down here, we want it to play melody. So we're going to music, and we're opening up music, and you can see it says play melody at blank. Let's pull that out and click it in. Now this is kind of fun. This part you get to make up your own melody. So if you click this little button, it opens up this, and this is a sound editor. So when you click on this, it opens this screen, and these are notes. Oh, look. And then I can play the whole thing. Cool, huh? Done. So you can set up any song you want. If you're really creative, you can make a different song. You can change the speed of it. All right. I can hear some of you playing it. So first of all, mute. And second of all, go ahead and make your song. Now you're probably going to want to play with that forever, but we're going to move on today. So I have my code right here and I am done. That's all I want to do right now. Okay. And so our next step is, of course, to save it. We're going to go down into our saving area, and it says hack headphones, and I'm going to save it. Now I had another code there before, so I don't know if it's going to tell me that I'm overwriting a code, but I think I am. Okay, I see a million hands raised. Please put your hands down until after. Oh, good. Okay, so it opened up my saving file, and I'm going to click save. Very good. Now remember, this is the part where most people really get confused, is when they're trying to save things, they forget these steps. So right down, after I saved it, I need to go to show all. Boom. And I need to go to show in Finder. Boom. And these are the same steps we've done before, so you should be experts at this. And you'll notice I don't have Microbit. Why don't I have Microbit? Oh, because it's here in my hand and I haven't plugged it in. So the computer can't see it yet. Well, let me plug that in. Okay, I'm gonna plug in my Microbit. I'm not gonna force it. I'm gonna make sure I have it the right way and be careful with it. Plugged in. And into my computer it goes. Now, even though it made sound on the computer, because the computer has a speaker, my Microbit doesn't have a speaker yet. So I'm just gonna load it with the code right now, but it is not going to make a sound yet. So here I go, I'm loading it onto, oh wait, where is my Microbit? Let's make sure it's there. Oh, there it is, see it. Let's grab it and drag, oh, sometimes you have to click it a few times to get it to connect. Come on, Ms. Laws. There, no. There it goes. And in. And is it flashing? It is flashing. Hooray. Okay, it's loading away. So you should be loading yours away. Waiting for it to stop beeping. There it goes. All right. When it is done loading, I'm going to stop my share. Now we're going to do some hardwire work. So we've done our software. We're doing our hardware. And it includes some things that are a little bit tricky. So here we have this. I'm going to unplug this because I don't need it anymore. I already told it what it wants to know. It's already loaded with the program. It's going to need a power source. So here I go plugging in my power source. Now it's got power, but it still can't tell me anything because it doesn't have a speaker attached. So here's the part with the speaker. I'm going to show you both ways to do it, with the little speaker, and then I'll do it with the bigger speaker. So these are really hard for kids for whatever reason, partially because they're hard and partially because they're all covered up with this goo. So they cover these electrical clips with plastic. Can anybody tell me why they would cover it with plastic? There's 2 reasons.
Because it's electric.
Yeah, so they want an insulator on there so you won't get shocked, although you're not going to get shocked with this today. The other reason is that these clips, if you clip them on your finger, they actually really, really hurt. So these clips have got, let me see if I can pull it down. Sometimes these come off and it's really not that big of a deal. I'm going to pull mine off just so you can see what's inside of there. Okay, and I did just pinch my finger, ouch. So here's the actual alligator clip on the inside. And when you clip it open, it opens. But if you accidentally get your finger in there, ouch, it's biting me. Which is why they cover them up with the plastic so that you can squeeze them, but you're protected from slipping any of your skin in there. If your plastic comes off, it's not that big a deal. Just be really careful and don't pinch yourself like Ms. Laws did. But right now I don't actually want you using these. I see everybody's heads down. Here's what I want. I want hands in the air. Hands in the air. Let go of your microbits. Let go of your hardware. Okay. And the reason is I want you to watch this part carefully because otherwise a bunch of you are going to complain to me that yours is not working. Okay. So here's what we're going to do right now. This is hard. When you get this, if you're pulling on it and nothing's happening, you're going to have to turn it the other way. You're going to squeeze it and open it, right? And you're going to clip it onto your microbit. Now your microbit has all of these different things at the bottom. One of them says GND, that's ground. I like to use the black wire on the ground just so I can keep track of what I'm doing, but don't do it right now. I see all of you doing it, hands in the air, eyes on the page. Bradley, put it down. Elliot, put it down. You guys, sorry I called your names out, but you're the only ones I could see. All right, you guys, everybody put it down and watch. We have found that if you clip it on like this, it doesn't work very well. What does work is if you take it like this, this thing's so slippery, and you clip it kind of straight up and down like that, it works better. Okay? So everybody is going to put their black one, if they have a black one, it doesn't really matter what color it is, into their ground. Go ahead and do that now, hands on. Now remember that a circuit, you guys are making an electrical circuit right now, and you know that an electrical circuit has to be closed. It has to go all the way. If anything breaks the electrical circuit, then it will not conduct the electricity through it. So right now with this loose end, we don't have an electrical circuit.
Then it's a short circuit.
Here we go. I want you to take your other clip, and I would like you to put it on the opposite side in hole number 0. So yours should look like this. It doesn't really matter which one is in which side, but they should be in there pretty well so they're not coming out. Ground and 0. Oh, that's a close-up.
I have 1 red and 2 blacks.
And I already said the color doesn't matter, my friend. Okay, I'm going to give you a second more because I know these pesky things are difficult. If you're really having a terrible time, you can ask a grown-up to help you with this in a minute, but not right now.
I have 2 of each.
That's okay. Don't worry about the colors. Don't worry what you have. Just try to get them hooked on there. And if you're having trouble, you might have to ask a grown-up later to help you with this part, the squeezing of the alligator clips. Okay. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. And I know that you'll be frustrated, but if you don't watch, you're not going to be able to see how to do the next step. So I need everybody to set everything down. Set it down, hands in the air. Okay. Watch me, and then you can try it. So if you're using your little tiny speaker, you'll notice that it has 2 little tiny wires. The electricity is meant to go in one side, do its business, and come out the other side. So we're going to take one of our cords, our grounding cord, and we're going to hook it onto one of the wires. Now the trick is we really don't want these to touch each other. So try to hook it on with like the tip of it. And then we're going to take the other one and hook it on the other cord. So now what you have, and you're just looking, you're not doing it right now. All eyes are on the screen, right?
What if I have this?
And we're not blurting out and we're just watching. So here's my speaker. It's hooked to both. And then it is hooked to my computer. And now you'll see, if I scoot my computer back a little bit, that we have a closed circuit. It goes from one wire into our speaker out the other side. So I'm gonna try it right now. Cross your fingers for me. I wanna keep these separate, okay? And remember we told it to start when I push button A. So let me push button A. Can you guys hear it? Can you hear it, Miss Nordstrom?
I can hear it.
Oh, good. So it's a pretty quiet little speaker. Now I'm going to show you how to do it with the other speaker. Hooray! And if it didn't work, it could be that your circuit's not quite perfect. If you're using your headphones, you're going to grab the end of the headphone jack that goes into whatever device you're using, and we're going to hook to that. So you're going to simply hook your grounding cord to one part, and then at the tip, hook your other one. So it looks like this.
Sure, I can't blur. I'm trying to keep blurred out, but I have. Can I connect those to AirPods or have to use headphones?
Here we go. Now I'm going to play this one. Did you hear it? So this is why I kind of like the headphones better. They're louder than the speaker. Remember, hold on to your questions. We'll be taking individual questions later, not right now. Okay. Awesome. You have just turned electricity into sound with the help of your Microbit. So that is your first challenge today. I'm going to show you one more challenge that you can work on after that. I'll give you like a second here. I'm going to pause the recording and let you try and make yours make noise. So here we go, about 5 minutes to work on making noise. All right, awesome job, you guys. We're going to move on to the next challenge. And this one is, did you know your Microbit has got a little light sensor on it so that it can read the light in the room? So I'm actually going to plug my Microbit back into the computer. I'm going to have to take off my battery pack. And I'm going to leave it just how it's programmed right now. So don't take off the speakers. Don't take off any of the other stuff. Just plug it in so that you've got it there.
I already took it all off because it.
And now, and keep yourself muted. And now we're going to go back to me sharing the screen, and I'm going to show you the next thing that you can do if you choose to accept the challenge. Oops. Before I do that, I'm going to show you how much Microbits cost because I happen to have that on my screen. So here's just a simple Microbit like what you have that hooks to your computer, and it's only $19.50. This one has a little bit more. It's got Bluetooth, it's got compass, motion detection. It's $20. And if you want everything, all the extras, and you just love Microbits and you want to become a coding expert, they've got this one for $70. They've got this little simple one for $15, really cheap. Here's a Microbit that's hooked to a car. You can make your own little remote control car. So this is like a whole world of Microbits. If you're interested in that, put it on your list. Here we go. Let's get back into our make code. And this time I'm actually going to go back out. So remember, when you're done, if you want to get back to make a new program, you're just going to click on home. Once you've saved it, it's already saved right here. So you can see it says hack headphones. This one says the sound of light. I would like you to start a new project now. And you can title it something about light or sound of light. And start a new project. It's a pretty simple one we're going to do. But go ahead and title it, open up a new screen, put your hardware down, fingers back on the keyboards, new code. I can hear somebody's Microbit is making noise. Might be mine. Let's do this. I'm gonna break this out of here for a minute. There we go. It was mine. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. This time I'm going to use, well, if you use forever, it's super annoying because it just makes a lot of noise, but I think we will use forever. So we're going to use forever. You can get rid of on start if you want to. You can throw it away. You can do whatever you want with it. Everybody get your forever code. That means it's going to go and go and go, which is really annoying. And then we're going to go into music. And this time we're going to choose the ringtone. So down here, ringtone. Pull that out and pop it into forever. Okay. And it's making a middle C noise right now. But we're actually going to change that to a different input, and our new input is going to be light level. So we got to go here to input and scroll down. Oops, where'd it go? Light level. I'm going to grab light level in the purple input and slide it in here. Now what it's telling me is that ringtone is going to adjust how fast it's making noise based on the light level. Now, I'm not sure this thing doesn't have a way to block it, but let me show you what that means. First of all, we have to take this little simple code and we have to download it. So again, just 3 pieces of code. A basic block for forever, a music block with ringtone, and out of there. I can't get out of there because I have so many things open on my screen. Okay. And then we're going to go into our inputs, which is this light purple, and get light level. So you're going to have to scroll down till you see light level and pull it on out and grab it. And then you're going to have to slide it in right there. So that's our whole code now, light level. Now we got to, of course, download our code. Oops. So I got to slide my screen up and go down here and download it. It's making horrible noises. She's making horrible noises. It's a good sign if it is. Got to go on here and push save. Move everybody over. Boom. Great. Saved it. Now I've got to go here to show all. This is the part where if you forget a step, it's super annoying. I'm going to open up my Finder. And I'm going to slide this code into my Microbit. Now remember, when you slide it in, it changes it from the other code into this one. Oops. So I'm sliding it in. Oops. Maybe I'm sliding it in. There we go. And it's flashing yellow, showing me that it's loading. And this time when it loads, since it's on forever, it'll probably start making a noise right when it's done. And it is making a noise. Kind of an annoying little buzzing noise. I suppose I could have made a better noise, but oh well. So let me find the one that's making noise. Yep, there it is. Okay, so listening to it. Now here's the cool part. I'm going to bring a light over. So you can hear it right now, making its noise. And it's actually detecting the light from this. So if I cover this up, you can see it's quiet. Now I'm going to uncover this. And it's making noise again. Can you hear that? Just sort of a buzz. Now look what happens when I add a whole lot of light. And if I cover the light, it stops. And if I uncover the light, it's actually transferring the light and reading how strong the light is to make the noise. Cover it up, it stops. Open it up, it goes slowly in the dark light. Hold it in the bright light. It buzzes. Oh, magic! Awesome. I'm going to stop my share. So that's your challenge today. I'm going to unplug it because it's driving me crazy with all of its noises.
I can't.
Your challenge today is to play around a little bit with inputs and outputs with some new hardware, which is wires and alligator clips, and with a new input of, or a new output of sound, and with playing with light. It looks like Emily's using her phone light to make hers go louder and softer. You guys are amazing. You're like magicians with this. We are done with our lesson for today. I'm going to stop the recording.